Hello, everybody, and hey, special shout out to Lou. How's it going, Lou? I am finally playing The Witcher 3. This is, I want to say number 12 in a series that we affectionately call Fantasy Poland Mondays. This is a game that I missed out on. I have, for the first time in a very long time, gone out and gotten dinner with friends. Remember that? Going out and like actually seeing people with faces and like legitimately, it was the strangest thing. All of these people had lower jaws and lips. I am full of Chinese food. I'm high on life and Sichuan peppercorns. We're getting a little bit of a late start. My voice is feeling 1,000 times better. Now the only thing is I've got the itis. Because holy crap, y'all, there's a Sichuan place by my house that is just insanely good. I have eaten perhaps too much. So we're gonna see how much energy I can muster. We're starting late but going late. I'm gonna go until I can't go no more. Thank you guys again for joining me. Tom should be on the call later, because I've gone wild and woolly in my deprivation from society. There we go. Tom should be joining on the call later. He has been playing this game as well and has rocketed ahead of me, so he says. So we're gonna have him be my little seeing eye guy. All right. Truth is in the stars. Find dragon's root using my Witcher senses. Okay. I don't even remember where I left off last time. Time is immaterial. And that's why it's okay that we're starting late. Like, it's not like I have a job to go to in the morning. Who cares? Time is an illusion. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Oh. Yeah, I have finally overcome the vicious mold-based head cold. If you look at like the charts of allergens in San Antonio, mold is still like off the roof. Like it is. If you look at it, it's like a sheer climb. The other allergens, which San Antonio always has something floating around in the air. I still have like a little bit of a drip, but I don't think it's from allergies. I think it's just from extraordinarily spicy Chinese food. So forgive me if I just go. But yeah, like all of the other allergens, you know, pollen and grass and, you know, pet hair, blah, 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 everything else is like, you know, 2,000 parts per million. Now, according to any other place where people attempt to live, where nature attempts to kill them, we do have the cicada explosion. It's not as bad though. We get, you know, we get the little dudes. Every year we have another brood, so this brood mostly misses us. We just get little tiny like, eh. Yeah, but like the trees aren't screaming at us that badly because they're too busy trying to kill us with pollen. But yeah, like all the other allergens are like 2,000, 3,000 parts. Mold is like 15 to 25,000 parts per million. It's stupidly high. Oh, and a die. Well. Oh, I don't know. There are points I think where Jerry Two Swords just too much fall damage. Yeah, we're back here again. That's okay. We've got the time to do. But yeah, so like mold is horrifically high. Even the woman that gives my wife her allergy shots was like, y'all, it's broken. There should not be. None of us should be alive. So, as far as I can tell, if we're talking in terms of like, If we're just talking in terms of like inhaled irritants, most of the population of San Antonio is at least some percentage mushroom right now, just because of mold and fungus. So I finally got rid of the head cold through judicious application of NyQuil and whiskey, a little bit of steroids every once in a while, you know, all the stuff that's good for you. And we're gonna go down the hill slow like. Yeah. But it has continued to rain pretty steadily down here, which is still kind of like a little bit weird for us. And now that the rain seems to be finally coming to a close, now instead we have to deal with the literally oppressive heat. That is one ominous bunny rabbit. Sounds like there's dogs create skull piles. Woojums. Vitamins and minerals. Now 100% stocked up on vitamin J. You know what? My own proprietary blend. Yeah, basically my immune system finally caught up and was like, this isn't like us. We're not purporting ourselves with the same level of strength that we always do. Come on, John, get with it. After a healthy amount of the sleep, just fools. Hello, boys. There we go. Venom extract and ghoul's blood. More. We got another gobbly-ghoul. Got another grabby Cathy. Ooh, an axe. Picking up a lot of mushrooms. Such ingredient.
Your co-pilot has arrived.
Hey, Tom, have you managed to shed the itis?
No, it is still very much there, and I am still very sleepy. But I have myself a cocktail and I am ready for witchering.
Fantasy Poland Monday. Clear eyes, full hearts, 2 swords, cat boy, can't lose. Okay, so I'd completely forgotten where I left off last time, but a quick look at my quest log.
It looks like you're in a cave.
Yeah, I'm looking for Dragon's Root for the Peller.
Oh yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, well, I'd hope so.
Also, did you notice the Monty Python joke at the entrance to that cave?
Yes, I did with the white rabbit. Very, very cute. Now, over here. This shows that there's another monster in
Dragon's Root. I wonder if it can really help the old man see the future.
Or Boojum that's gonna jump out at me. Face through the door.
I don't think so. I think there's just a handful of those neckers in here, and then that's it.
I mean, I already killed all the grabby ghouls, so boom, there we go. Go back and.
So have you dealt with the crones? Have you dealt with the crones yet?
Yes, I have. I have reunited the Baron's family as much as possible.
Ah, so you went that route.
I mean, he got a stern talking to from his daughter, but eventually she was like, yeah, I apparently have to go off with my cult, so.
So the difference there, the choice that you end up making that affects everything is when you're sent to go deal with that evil tree. Whether or not you choose to help the evil tree decides what will happen with the Baron and his family. So I take it you did not help the evil tree, you killed the evil tree.
No, why would I help the evil tree?
Because the evil tree saves the orphans.
Well, the evil tree was like, yeah, I don't really care about life or death, like, all things are dead, right? And I was like, yeah, that's not workable.
I mean, so the way that the decision process that I made when I played this a few days ago was, you know, I know the orphans are in danger now, and the only way I can save them is by helping the evil tree, so I will help them.
Well, but like, that's the problem, is there wasn't a save orphan, like, I didn't get save the orphans anything out of that. I just got, you know, like, hey.
Well, the tree does mention that they're in danger, and that she can save them.
Yeah, that sounds like the lying kind of thing that a tree would say.
I mean, that is true. But if you help her, she does, in fact, save the orphans. And because of that, the crones are angry with the Baron's wife. So they curse her into becoming this, like, water hag-like creature. So when you go to rescue her, she's this water hag, and you get Johnny to teach you how to lift the curse. But once it's lifted, she dies because the curse was meant to be permanent by the crones, so it was either stay a water hag forever or die.
Well, I guess then that I get to go deal with the hags sooner rather than later, because now I'm angry at them.
Well, I mean, you will get to that's a late game thing. You will eventually be coming back.
You're a late
after
game
the
thing.
crones. But the end result ends up being the daughter goes off to be with her witch hunter friends, and the Bloody Baron tells you, "Hey, come back to the castle, and I'll give you, you know, the final part of your reward." And you go back to the castle, and he has hung himself from one of the trees in front of it.
I mean, I'd accept it.
But yeah,
more importantly, does the midget ever get explained?
Yes.
The little person.
Yeah, the freaky looking tiny thing,
Yeah.
Uma.
Yeah.
Yes, Uma is a big plot thing. You will be dealing with Uma later in the game.
Okay, good.
I have played far enough through the game to know what the real deal is with Uma, and it's interesting.
I would certainly hope so.
But that's going to be like 8 or 9 hours from now.
Yeah,
like,
no problem. We got a couple of weeks before that goes down. I do realize it's very difficult to break patterns of speech. That term is generally considered ableist, which is not my intent. So I apologize. The little person, the diminutive guy.
Yeah, the whole Uma storyline, you'll deal with that post Skellige. So you have Novigrad and Skellige to deal with before you get to dealing with Uma.
I'm sure that that's just a short jaunt.
Very short. Skellige is not gigantic at all.
Yeah.
Skellige won't feel like 3 million years or anything. Sailing between islands will not be the equivalent of paint drying.
Yeah, sure to be super fast. Okay, let's hoof it back to the peller. Or the fortune teller. Yeah, that guy. Not the pelt. We already dealt with the pelt stuff.
So I beat him at Gwent, and his deck was really interesting because he plays with a monster deck. And that was interesting to go up against.
Never trust a card player that speaks in the third person or in iambic pentameter. I'm a wealthy man. Okay. Yep. Yo, what up, Nutty Pants?
You're back.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you?
Got what you asked for.
Thank ye. Now I need a moment.
Yeah, me too. Y'all, in our, I mean, the last stream was quiet, but the last time that we did a Witcher stream, we hit over 10 viewers, which is huge news for me. So, like, again, thank you guys so much for choosing to come and hang out. It really does mean.
Follows the swallow, yet the swallow does not heed the wolf's howls, soaring higher and higher.
Talking about
for it knows 'tis
Yeah.
Ciri's
its
the
last
swallow.
fight.
Yeah, Ciri is always the swallow.
I've read a metaphor.
So shall it be.
Yeah, it's because her sword is Zerial, which is the
And be reborn
old
with the
tongue
new
for
soul,
swallow.
Yeah.
Reborn of the elder blood of Henniker. Of a
Yeah.
brighter sea.
Yes, where?
Ithleen's prophecy.
Yes, where? Over 10. That's a huge deal, man.
Go now.
That's like the weird thing, right? Like, so for other streamers and for like small streamers, usually get used to. After like a year of streaming, they get kind of the numbers that I've got right now. Like there's 4 people watching consistently. That usually doesn't happen to people until after they've been streaming for like well over several months. So wild to me. Wild to me that we've already reached that. We hit over 60 people. Over 60 subscribers, which is super cool. And didn't mean enough Guardian Patrol, Contract Shrieker. Let's go deal with Jenny of the Wood. It's fun. Right here by a sign. Any good God. What do you think, co-pilot?
I mean, I'm always down for exploring the world.
Let's explore the world. 2,000 leagues away. We're gonna save the game. Got a direction, and away we go. I are gonna be wired in an RPG.
Yeah, I need to get my application in on that very soon.
It's one of the Austin games.
No, it is a Discord game, and it's a Song of Ice and Fire RPG.
Ooh, depressing.
Yeah, it's going to be set during the conquest.
Yeah, you should play it for several years and then leave the ending completely and utterly unsatisfying. No plans to.
I mean, that just sounds like anything involving George R.R. Martin. So.
Precisely. Should keep track of everything that you guys do on a website that looks like it was designed in 1991. Talk about the New York Giants a lot. Make sure if you're going to describe food, you do it in the most singularly pornographic way possible. I think I needed that for some fantasy Don't get me wrong, I'm here for it.
So I'm at the point now with my alchemy that I'm starting to get to the point where I need to make superior versions of whatever, the highest level of alchemy, and the ingredient that like all of the high level alchemy requires is a thing called white gull. It's one of the alcohols you can make.
Yeah.
Under alchemy, and its ingredients are expensive. So I would definitely recommend like marking it under your alchemy so that whenever you find ingredients for it at a merchant, they'll show up, because those two, the white bottle and the black bottle, those are expensive.
Nice.
Like if you scroll up, the vitriol, vermilion, rubedo, all of those like different colored dusts that are under alchemy substances, you need different versions of those in order to make your like superior oils and potions, and all of them require white gold.
How many of them do we have to calciate?
Calciato?
Calciato. So, like they're taking all of those names from
actual alchemy.
Yeah, from like actual historical alchemical processes. Like beta was the application of heat and or friction until something reddened, right?
That makes sense.
That's where you get like vermilion and rubedo. Oh no, look, I certainly don't hate, particularly not on any RPG. What I'm saying is you guys will be able to tell a more cohesive and well-tailored story than Martin is capable of.
And I mean, I'm going to have a lot of fun because both myself and Daniel, neither of us are making like important characters from major houses or anything like that. We're both making, like, he's making a hedge knight and I'm making his squire, who is actually older than he is.
Yeah, like and that's the cool thing, right? So like I have noticed like a thematic difference between this and A Song of Ice and Fire. Primarily in that this is more like what if fairy tales, but realistic.
Yeah.
Whereas A Song of Ice and Fire is like, what if fairy tale setting, but also no magic? Magic is hard to write. Whereas this one, they just kind of like take it in stride, you know? Like, I kind of dig that.
Yeah. Yeah,
this one they're like, yeah, magic's totally a thing. It doesn't make things suck less. In a lot of cases, it makes things suck more.
Interestingly enough, if I was going to run The Witcher as an RPG, Green Ronin Games, the people who make the A Song of Ice and Fire RPG, they make a setting agnostic version called The Sword Chronicle.
Mm-hmm.
And The Sword Chronicle is, in my opinion, very good for doing something like The Witcher, because it adds in rules for things like, I'm going to play an elf or I'm going to play a dwarf, in addition to the politics rules of Song of Ice and Fire and the very good combat system it has.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a really good way to do The Witcher in an RPG.
And I know that there are folks who are doing a Witcher RPG, and one of the people that's working on the person who made the excellent rule set for 5th edition for the combat wheelchair. Also is featured in by an NPC in Critical Role. So you know, like the mechanics for playing characters dealing with a disability by as adventurers should, deciding instead to be utter badasses and to keep on trucking. So I know that like her work, she's I think it's at Mustang Art on Twitter.
Okay.
Phenomenal artist. But a lot of her work is in realistic and in-depth portrayals of different disabilities. So like she's writing entire sections on the importance not only of the Witcher's signs in terms of the magical powers that they use, but the sign language that they have developed to both focus their the magical power of their signs and also communicate with those who are deaf and hard of hearing. Like fascinating, really, really intense and cool stuff.
Yeah, that does sound very interesting.
Bird. I think there was a harpy place that I figured out. I went up to a see that other marker. I went up to this little joint. I went up to this joint and was thoroughly disappointed because it doesn't look like there's a way that I can get to it. Like, it looks like I need a boat. There's a drawbridge that's up. There's some kind of treasure there. Place of power.
Yes. Okay, that one's a little bit complex. I can tell you how to get it. You basically have to swim into an underwater cavern.
I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah, you swim into an underwater cavern, and then there's a series of like ladders and platforms that get you up into the castle, and you drop that drawbridge from the other side.
But for now, I need to go up. We can't have that. Side question in Monday. Yo! Hey, no, no. Wyvern, no. You're the worst parts of a dragon.
So the only good part of the dragon is the forelimbs?
No, but I mean, like, the worst part is very clearly the maw full of teeth and the dragon ass. Oop. Now we go this way. Okay, Jerry, you can put your sword away. You're going to be... I have full disclosure, Tom. Since I logged on, I did fall a little bit off a mountain.
Don't feel bad. I earlier I was playing and I ran off a broken staircase and died. So
Yeah.
It happens.
Jerry Two Swords, shock absorption, not great. Got them old man knees.
I'm so used to playing games like Borderlands where there is no fall damage.
Mm-hmm. Which I got the Borderlands Game of the Year stuff, so
Kick ass.
yeah, we should get on those.
Borderlands 3?
I got they were on sale, so I got all of them.
You have Borderlands 3 on Steam?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to search right now to find out if it is cross-platform.
Be cool.
It really would.
Oop. Like every Breath of the Wild instinct, like jump off of this and slide down.
Good news. Borderlands 3 does in fact support cross-play between Steam and the Epic Game Store.
Ayo.
So if you decide you want to team up, I've got my badass super-powered soldier that I can roll with you.
Well, I am of course, as I am tempted to do with series, to play through Borderlands pre-sequel, and Borderlands 2. in a quick hurry, you know, not like doing all the DLC or anything, because it would take ages.
Not good.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to do the DLC of Borderlands 2 though, because it's the best.
Yeah, well, and you know, it was just a quick reminder of, hey, remember when you used to play this game?
Yeah.
And then
so
dive into Borderlands 3.
So the beginning of Borderlands 3 also has really good like tutorial stuff because they change up some of the mechanics.
Oh, good.
Like the fighting style in Borderlands 3 is way more like frenetic than what Borderlands 2 was.
Real quick, does that skull mean that there's a guarded treasure or some shit?
Yes, inside that cave.
Cool, let's see it. Wraiths. Wraiths.
Time for some Spectre oil.
Oil.
But yeah, so Borderlands 3 has a really like fast and frenetic like combat style where it really encourages you to like be run and gun and like not hang out in one place for too long and like really just like get up in the enemy's faces.
A scoot and shoot mentality is how I've always played.
Like, so I've played Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, and the combat in Borderlands 3 feels a lot like the combat in those games.
Yeah, for a lot of the Doom stuff, it was just like it was moving so quickly, I was like, can't even really tell what the fuck's going on. But hopefully I'll have enough of a... Ooh, oh. What do I, ard that down or what?
Yeah, art it. You might need to take a step back, though.
Ace might.
So, with my Geralt, I picked up a, the alternate version of Ard, which you use by, instead of like tapping the button for the attack, you hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is
charges your Ard on.
It instead of being
I am dying. Yippee howdy, I died. So those guys are apparently poisonous.
No, you're in poisonous mushrooms.
Okay. So should I light that on fire next time?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Hello,
darling. My wife just got.
Hello.
Thumb sizzle. He says, tell him I say hello back.
What's up, nerd?
What up, nerd? She also says.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Remind me to say. You were talking about holding your Ard on.
Oh yeah, so the alternate fire mode for Ard, when you invest points into it, instead of it being a unidirectional like cone push, it becomes a hemisphere all around you. And if you use it on flying enemies, they'll fall to the ground.
I agree, Lou. Fire is always the answer. If it's not
Power, it's gotta be
the answer, it's an answer. If this game has taught us anything, it's that violence may not always be the best answer, but it is always an answer. Geared up. World map. Photobap. Oop. A boop. There we go. Alright, back to the cave. Wee. Eat dead, Jerry. Wee. Cool cat. And dragon.
He is at least as cool as Tony Hawk.
I mean, I'm more recognizable, I think.
His Twitter gives me life. He's one of the few celebrities that I follow. Like not that aren't like YouTubers.
Right. Like there's like a weird subsection in my Twitter because like half of it is just like leftist revolutionaries. A surprising amount of sex workers on my Twitter. So like every once in a while, just scrolling through the feed, I'm like, well, this just got very not safe for work in a hurry. But not my job to curate other people's feeds. And then like a bunch of authors and like comedians. So okay, I'm gonna save that. I'm going to the restroom real fast.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, there we go. All right, so we'll be back in just a couple minutes with take 2 into the ghost cave. Back in just a flash. Into machine. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
By the way, just letting you know in advance, when you get to Novigrad and you start doing those missions, I am going to have to advise you in advance of digital Neep Norps.
I appreciate that. That's why I pay you the big bucks. The fun thing is, honestly, one of my goals in pursuing this this brand new method of living, if you will. Oh, well, the wolf mark.
Might want to look around some.
Yeah. It was very satisfying. It was incredible. It was one of those one of those nice long, like, I was outside, so I was like leaning against the tree canopies. It was fantastic. One of the ones where if you had been in a bar or at a sporting event, you'd be like, wait a minute, is this guy okay? Just because leans up against the wall and is like, one of those, you know? You know what I mean. It was fantastic. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Should I go on ahead and, I have an armor repair kit. Should I go ahead and use that?
I mean, if you're not planning on going to a town anytime soon, then sure.
Man, there's a lot of stuff in between me and there. Yeah, Tom actually joined me at said joint.
It was so good.
So very good.
Have not had Szechuan food like that in over a year. It was so good.
Très délicieux. I don't think on this. How come these mushrooms are fine? Upcoming mushrooms, poisonous.
I mean, isn't that the question that humanity's been asking nature for the last several thousand years?
They ask it once. Hard. Alright, back to Igni. Food.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you've got. Body Jerry. Does it help if I, ooh. Does it help if I use killer whale?
In here, no. No, that just helps you when you're underwater.
Just gotta kind of slow roast my way through.
Yeah, and if you get like to the end there, there's no more.
Hey,
I mean, once you have them
dodge,
baited,
dip, dive.
you can.
Come here, come here. Yeah.
Now they'll follow you, or at least they should.
And that one looks real skittish about it, though. Look at him, he's just going crazy over there. What the hell is that thing? A chimera. Is that like a stupid way of spelling chimera? Dark Souls. Yeah. Lesser red mutagen. Chimera high. Like a weird way of spelling chimera.
How is it spelled?
Ekimmera.
It might be.
I don't speak.
I know that's supposed to be one of the
Witcher George's Journal. Having heard rumors of a dragon, I raced at full speed to Velen. Sadly, I was dragged away from my hunt by the prefects of Gor's Velen. They summoned me as an expert to solve the riddle of a string of shipwrecks suspected to be the works of Night Raid. Humph. Who writes humph in their journal? A pretentious dick, that's who. Seems dragon ravaging the countryside is a lower priority than blocked trade routes. Luckily, I was able to solve the riddle of the lone lighthouse quickly and raced off after the dragon. I learned the peasants from the ravaged villages had taken shelter in the elven catacombs under Lake Windermere. Wise. Yet they were not wise enough to bring firewood, and so warmed themselves by burning elven manuscripts. It aches my heart to think of the knowledge about the alder folk went up in those flames. At least a few of the manuscripts survive, including some highly interesting sketches of armor. Porn. Yet enough about that. Eyewitnesses reports of ashen scales, hide at 2 haunches. You're dealing with a green dragon. Sing hunt. I'm light in here. Yep, ballads and hymns, songs about Yennefer. Darling, you got what I need. Ooh, an olive. Interesting. All right. So further in, Tom, yeah?
I mean, until you complete this place.
Something here.
Where's that artifact Kira gave me? Who's this schmuck? Hey, buddy. Buddy, you okay? Right there, guy? Oh, it's a backing. Nice. Well, I guess I'm done here.
Yep.
I'll just leave those 2 wraiths. Okay, map.
Did you do your level up?
I did not. I'm going to point my way back to the near.
So, like,
We'll go to Downwarren and we'll run back and tag these.
scroll out real quick, or like zoom out.
Oop.
Basically everything on this like little subcontinent or whatever is doable by you at your current like relative level, except if you scroll up slightly.
Oop.
You see those 2 question marks that are right next to each other near the coast?
Right there?
Don't try and do those.
Okay.
They're near that like
Skull.
eastern coast. Down.
Oh, right here. Skull.
Yeah, those
watch out for those.
Very high level.
Okay.
I was walking around clearing out places of interest the other day and walked up to that place and just got absolutely beasted by like a level 40 dragon.
Do I plan on seeing Black Widow in theaters now that I'm vaccinated? Probably. Probably. I mean, I still haven't been to a movie theater yet, but you know, like, especially if the movie theaters are keeping it up and doing the whole like, hey, let's get the vaccinated folks in and also keeping distance. Perhaps. I don't know. That still makes me a little bit nervous because here in Texas, of course, we. Our governor, in his wise beneficence, decided, well, nobody can make anybody wear any masks then because freedom. So I've seen a whole lot of, like, I mean, for lack of a better term, American flag wearing, mouth breathing yahoos, talking about their freedom in the chip aisle at HEB, like making a point of like, well, no one's gonna get me scared of a virus that I can't see, that I can't see, fight and don't believe the science in. I'm gonna live my life unafraid. Weird though, these chips used to be so good, now I can't taste nothing, and
I'm gonna live my life unafraid. With all of my guns in my bunker.
Right.
In case there's anybody out there that's coming for me.
But then again, I am also relatively certain that the primary audience for a woman-led espionage film about a Soviet assassin is not that crowd. So I doubt that they'll be, like, lining up to go to the midnight showings. Okay, we'll have to see what the crowd is, you know. If they're still doing the whole cram everybody in thing that they were doing beforehand, nah, I'll get a little bit of distance, and not like I'm opposed to waiting. We learned an awful lot about the skill of delayed gratification. Hee, look at it roll. This amuses me more than it should. Rumbly tumbly head. Oop. Oop. Okay. Ooh, Han fiber. A bandit. What up, nerds? Let's go on ahead and pop some anti-dude juice on it. There we go. Hunged man's venom. Ladder? I use ladder. Yeah, I mean, like I've already got Disney Plus, and you know, oh, that's satisfying. I've got Disney Plus, and you know, like if they offer it on Disney Plus, then I'll probably just watch it from the comfort of my own home. I can make popcorn. I've got plenty of Diet Coke, you know. And I won't have some, you know, Yahoo coughing on me while I wait in line to get Cinnabon, you know, like. That's the saddest part, is that it's not that I don't trust the theaters. I don't trust the people who are in the theaters. Misanthropic though that may be, I have been accused of better.
This is a very cool little bandit camp. I remember doing it the other day because it's a like fallen over windmill.
I mean, in terms of bandit camps, it ranks up there.
Like the way you get up on it, I mean, I guess there's a ladder there at the side that I only am just now seeing. You actually climb up one of the windmill sails on the other side.
One of the vanes?
Yeah.
I think I'll just use.
Yeah, I didn't know that ladder was there until right now. John, you gotta defeat the ladder boss.
I mean, it looks like I'm winning. Are you winning, son? Yeah. So I've got a couple of like really cool manuscripts. I've got a couple of really cool swords that the next time we get to a town, I'll have to have you take a look at and see whether or not I am justified in my shyness in selling them. Because, like, one of them has, you know, like, most of them are like, yeah, I'll, you know, dude will buy that for, you know, for 18 monies, you know, sure, whatever. And then one is like, ooh, that one, we'll pay, like, 500 for. And I'm like, am I missing something?
I mean, probably relic swords usually sell for, like, quite a bit. I don't know. I think a lot of the swords in the game they're not really worth keeping once you find one that's better, unless it's like only within a couple of points of difference. Because sometimes, like, let's say one is like 5 points stronger than your current sword, but that one that you're that's a little bit weaker has like armor piercing or you know, like a 10% chance to cause bleed or something like that on it, then personally I would go for the one that's slightly weaker but has better
Status effect stuff.
Yeah, status effects to it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering, if there was like something that I was missing. But I'll have you take a look at him here in a little bit and give me the Tom appraisal. But no, I mean, like 100%, I am gonna see that movie. Whether I'm in a theater or not is kind of up for grabs. But I've been waiting for Black Widow for a long. A monster nest, and me without bomb. So, do some creation. Current time, meditate until 8. Very Two Swords sits out in the rain. Mopey, sad boy goth kid that he is. Thinking about the way that the mall closed. Hot Topic was so many of us. Hey.
Don't forget food.
I'm fooding. There. Lesser green mutagen, lesser blue mutagen, aquamarine mutagen.
Necker's surface here. Dig their way out.
Ooze. There we're at. Yeah. Now, Neckers are like little ugly Nosferatu vampires, right? Like,
They're listed as necrophages, but I think they're supposed to basically be goblins.
yeah, okay. Oops. I'm fine. Probably step away from.
Yeah, I mean, when I set off a bomb, I usually try to not be right next to it.
Because if you want to live your life afraid.
And I'm pretty sure that the other place of interest you're walking up to now is another Necker nest.
Well, good thing I have another bomb.
Like, apparently this town's fields were just infested with them.
Yeah, just Necker Central.
Like, how are they raising their crops when their fields are just full of tiny flesh-eating goblins?
Little grabby ghoulies.
They do kind of look like the ghoulies.
Yeah, or like chuds. Get down. That's good though, because I do recall that I need some of their bits for some alchemical. I only check that when I'm in town, like, just I can't be bothered when I'm out.
Necker's surface here. Dig their way out.
Bomb. I suppose I'll be prudent. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Okay. Let's world map. Now, Fennec, don't think had a blacksmith. But this place looks like it almost certainly has. Like, are those just fields?
That's the Nilfgaardian army camp.
I gotta go there and report for stuff anyway, right?
You'll get missions there for sure.
Like, are we cool? Do they have a blacksmith there?
I'm trying to remember if they have a blacksmith. I know for certain they have merchants. I don't remember if they have a blacksmith.
Tell you what, let's run up and hit the...
You could always fast travel back to Crow's Perch. I mean, you know for certain they're going to have a blacksmith.
Yeah, that's true. You know, well, I mean, let's... Let's go on ahead and hit up these spots. Why not? Oop. Because I do need to repair my silver sword again. I've been putting a lot of work on old Bitsy. Yeah, man, I am jazzed about the Black Widow movie. That and Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, I'm so here for that. Hey, what up, dogs? Back off, man.
What are your thoughts on Eternals?
It's gonna be, we were actually talking about this in the last stream, which you missed out on because of your sickly, pale bloodline. We were talking about them, man, you know, it's hard to make the Eternals interesting, but... You know,
I mean,
historically people have tried.
They kind of all have that, like, way too super-powered thing going on.
But I think by this point, like, we've already gotten, like, Infinity Gauntlet levels of weirdness, so now, like, yeah, sure, bring it on, get weirder, you know? Look, let's be totally frank, right? Like let's put all of our proverbial cards here on the table, right? Let's show our hands. I want all of this to end in a Man-Thing feature film, co-starring Howard the Duck, that takes place in the Convergence, which is in the Florida Everglades, right? So go on ahead, get weird, y'all. Like, Eternals, sure. Oh, this is the actual, like, Mandarin? Cool, do it. Give us more of the Ten Rings. Give us the Cities of Heaven. Like, name drop Kunlun, and I'm happy as all. I really trust Kevin Feige. You know, like, I trust this crew. First off, they admit when they screw things up, like, you know, they recently said, ooh, maybe we shouldn't have cast the Ancient One as a white woman, even if it is Tilda Swinton. Which, yeah, the internet told you. Maybe listen to them. But generally, they've got a really good sense of how to translate the core of the stuff from comics into the new medium. I dig it. Like, yeah, man, go. Ow.
So, I believe since the last time I was on one of your streams, Jen and I finished Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I thought was fantastic. The ending of it was great. The subtle nod towards Secret Invasion was fantastic. And we also finished up Iron Fist, so we are now good to go for the Defenders.
Yeah.
If you hit that with Ard, you'll bust open that basement. Yeah.
I just did it. Got a new quest, out of the frying pan into the...
It's a hidden treasure.
But did I already do it?
No, you didn't select it. It'll be under hidden treasures. Yeah, treasure.
Okay. Oh, Novigrad. Read the notes that I found. Okay. Cool, man. Let's see. Inventory. Right. Hey, read. Soldiers have come. Whether ours or theirs, don't know. Don't really matter anymore. Hid. Nail the door shut. Maybe they won't get in. All night killing and raping. I saw it all through cracks in the wall. Bit my... Okay. I've already read this. Okay. Search the dead man's hiding place. Okay. Oh, and did that trigger like a spawn of more ghouly ghouls upstairs?
I believe it does.
Okay, cool. I had inventory. Let's goo up our oil, enhance necrophage. We're repairing our silver sword and get to killing some ghoulies. What up, nerd? Ow. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm excited about the next slate of stuff that they got coming out, and it looks like, I mean, oh, a bandit. El bandito.
I mean, Loki comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Oh, what, buddy?
Tom Hiddleston and Luke Wilson in the buddy cop movie we didn't know that we really, really wanted.
Luke or Owen?
I'm pretty sure it's Luke.
Wow.
No, you're right. It is Owen.
Wow. Oh, I got a Maribor sword.
They are hard to tell apart, those two brothers.
I mean, one of them's blonde and has a broken nose, but... Ease. Ease.
You gotta light it on fire.
Amanda was watching the stream and saw the moment when I did accidentally light a bunch of villagers on fire trying to get...
And nothing of value was lost.
They were people, Tom.
Were they though?
Yes.
They would appear to be pixels on a computer screen, so...
My insides felt really bad. That tells me that they were close enough to people. Not a lot of corpses. That's cool. There's a bunch of forms. It's good alchemical supplies. That's neat. And honey's always handy because I don't really feel good about eating, you know, raw meat. Feel that I'm perhaps missing the...
Are you still on the quest?
Yeah, I'm still doing out of the front and... It says search the dead man's hiding place using your Witcher sense. But I did. And
there's a in the burned building. There's like a thing where you can like ard a bunch of like rubble.
burned building. What up, nerds? Oh, what
I want to say it's like near the back.
right, like this little door thing right here.
Yeah.
Like a that's fine.
No, so
like I knew that there was like a little subterranean hidey place where I found the notes, read them.
yeah, it's up around that burned house is definitely where it is.
Okay, so search the guy's hideout. Or ghouly ghouls came out to play. Now it's telling me...
It's definitely up above in the burned house somewhere.
Okay. Jerry, how'd you go? Alright. We are equipping all of our balls currently. There, can I crouch?
No. I don't know why it's not letting you get that. But that's also not it.
Right,
Like
okay.
that's not the treasure.
Okay, well. Anything cool? I do wish that it would, like... Maybe they're burned buildings? You mind looking up this quest? Oh, wait. Okay. I have to...
Oh, okay, it's in hay bale. Sorry.
There we go. Oh, I have a thing. That's right, y'all. I figured out how to turn my OBS into a soundboard. Hopefully that went through on the stream. I haven't been able to really, like, test it out. Novigrad. Get gear upgrade diagrams. Cool. With we gotta get the tools from Undvik. What about you, Tom? You have the stream on, right?
I do, but it's muted.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to try that sound effect again.
Yeah, unmute it again real quick. Let me know once I am throwing well, I mean, like, I can ask in the chat. Did you guys hear the hear my celebratory bwomp 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 bwomp? Did it work? I'm technologically. Ow. It did. Awesome. Oh, that deserves more celebration. We got a conjurer. Hey, this guy over here is conjuring.
Remember, Axie is, we'll get them to drop their shields.
So will dogged perseverance. And sweet Dark Souls rolls. Yeah. Okay, fine. Trust me. Oh. Oh. Poor bandits. What they get from being bandits. Wow, look at all of them glyphs. Oh, more bees. Gerald's greatest foe, bees. And the weight of what he did to those peasants.
And also ladders.
Also ladders. we cannot discount the ladder bosses. Man, it's like a polar bear is just swimming in honey. Okay. Yeah, I've worked in a couple of little things. Just you know, the stuff that I figure that I would use most often, either through in conversation with Tom or just in like my general kind of ranting that I do. So I've got a couple little sound files that I'm keeping locked and loaded. Yeah, for the moment that Tom says something clever, we've got a...
I have my own clever sound effect.
Yeah.
Why do I get the feeling this is going to be subtly insulting?
It's not subtly insulting.
It's very obviously insulting.
I do have fun. Let's see, we've also got a... oh, nice. Grabby Ghoulies, no. For the next time that I meet up with thick goth GF, or upon the times when Tom. Are you able to hear him, Tom, or am I able to just like drop these on you, sans knowledge?
I mean, I have to have the stream muted in order to like,
Maintain
really
your sanity.
participate. Yeah, it's way too much to have it unmuted.
Oh,
so.
that's even more awesome. Cool. I accept that and love it.
What now, you piece of filth?
Everything's fine. Oh, shieldy vittles. Okay. And I am just filled with like a sense of contentment after that meal. Like,
It was so good.
I do need to get that the wah wah wah. I do need to get. That'll be next one. I do have just the random like, which I'm sure will be helpful. Listen, you stupid gate, go on keeping the trigger out there for all people. Very. What, you think you're really advanced around? No, what a fool you are. No, we ain't. So be a good little dunce and hide it somewhere. Dig around for empty stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and track that. Hidden from the world. That's not. Maybe that's it? I mean, I still need to do that treasure hunt for, like, the cat school and Griffin school upgrade stuff and the Griffin school... Fortress house and castle. But, you know, like...
So the volunteer is actually near Oxenfurt. So go to your map real quick. To the east let's call it northeast.
Oop.
Yeah,
Oop.
up. So that little city right there, that's Oxenfurt.
Oop.
Off the city, John.
Oop. That
You're
one.
like a second lieutenant. So
I don't know if I
down-
should be insulted or honored.
So all of those that city there is Oxenfurt.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go over to those little islands, you see those like 4 islands that are to the west of Oxenfurt.
Yeah.
That question mark in the like very middle of those 4 islands, that's where the volunteer is.
Okay. That one.
Yeah.
Oop. Okay.
And that is a very fun mission.
Oh well, I will make a custom marker for this. Oop. Now I map good. Yeah, I have no sense of like actual direction. So I have to go by ironically I have to go by visual markers. Ooh, paper tick. Things. We are rocking into the night. Rocking into the.
Yeah, so that mission, the volunteer, is very, very funny.
This game does have like a weirdly wry sense of humor that
I would definitely like go out of your way to exhaust all of the dialogue options when you meet the volunteer, because they are hilarious.
All right. Maybe we might get to that tonight. Now I gotta cross this bridge. Come on, boys.
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Lobica.
Imperialism ain't good for you. I'll let you down. Hey. All right. Dogs. Stop. No, dog. No, no, no. No. Dog. No. This, I've been playing, in my off time, I've been playing Final Fantasy 15, which is similarly an open world road trip. But, frankly, I find the protagonists, much less relatable than this grumpy white-haired cat boy.
Did you say 14 or 15?
15.
Okay, so, The Hangover?
I never actually saw The Hangover, but I've heard that it's an apt comparison. It is a road trip with the boys, you know.
Yeah.
It's product placement for Coleman camping equipment. I think that it's doing a bit of a disservice to its audience, because I've been camping, and it sucked.
Does it suck, though, when you're a prince with 3 servants to manage everything for you?
I mean, like, yeah, they manage it, but I'm still sleeping outside. I had a bunch of really cool dudes. Like, the dudes were the best part of that camping trip. Great crowd to hang out with.
I mean, I would go camping if the meals were being cooked by, what's his name?
By Ignis?
Ignis, yeah. If all of my meals were being cooked by Ignis, then yes, I would go camping.
I mean, dude, like, if we ever wound up camping, I could cook your meals for you. The downside is we'd still be outside. Outside sucks.
You get your coins worth, even less. Thank you, Witcher. Where would I be?
This probably ties in, as Lou pointed out, to me not being able to map good. I just don't outdoors good. Like,
waited until we passed the last settlements, then attacked. And to think, I made sure the scoundrels
the
were
thing
well
about those sound
armed.
effects is they're loud as all get out. I'll have to turn them down. And okay, we trust a mercenary. I mean, I'm a mercenary. So.
Why'd you come all the way to Velen? Not many to sell to around here.
Well, there's the Baron. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Yeah, he's
just to sell to
busy.
him.
We'd never have set course for these gods-forsaken lands if it wasn't. And we've not much competition.
I like the fact that Gerald's like, ooh.
Thank you. Please,
Howdy.
this was to be theirs at our destination. Now it's yours.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
I actually didn't have this encounter, so
Have fun with your use of alcohol like a full person. There is a part of me that you know, I'm about to say something that if I had like a larger platform. If there were just between us on the stream, right? We're all friends here. Those kids were creepy as hell, and I don't miss them.
Which kids?
The orphans. There were a bunch of orphans, and apparently when I decided to fight against the evil tree, I chose the one that didn't save the orphans, but did save, you know,
the Baron's family.
The Baron's wife. So the Baron didn't kill himself, but I mean, like, that guy wasn't really a peach either. I wouldn't miss him.
So don't feel too bad, because that's not the only other side effect. I didn't get to that part.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't really feel bad, because those kids were kind of pains in the dick, right? Like, the only one that I really liked was Johnny, and that's because he's a weird little gremly ghouly guy.
So when you do the quest the way I did it, that evil tree spirit also destroys the village of Downwarren. So she saves the orphans and then completely annihilates an entire small village.
Yeah, so I don't feel. Those orphans were whack, is what I'm getting. Like, I don't care about your kids. You can watch your kids.
Particularly since they're digital.
Yeah, I can watch your kid fall down and get hurt. No, I feel not bad for burning down the village. I felt bad because I was trying to get some honey and ended up setting a bunch of like refugees who had just been like, oh, all the monsters are gone. We can finally come home. And I was like, ooh, honey. And I lit like 4 of them on fire. I felt bad about that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was a whoopsie on my part.
If it is, considered going back to a previous save point because of how embarrassing it was.
I mean, I just, like, I didn't, like, undo the action. I just ran out of town. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't care enough to be like, oh no, I can't do that. I can't have that on my conscience. I was just like, oh no. My bad. Sorry, refugees. You guys have clearly had a rough lot. You don't need some dude blowing fire in your face because he's like, ooh, honey.
I mean, they're NPCs in this game anyways. They
Yeah,
do just
like a-
regenerate over time.
No, those ones died.
Yeah, but I mean, like, next time you go there, they will have respawned.
Oh, good. Yeah, but like with the orphans, you know, they wanted to play hide and seek. They're all creepy. One kid kept talking about his junk. It was an odd experience. Like, you can miss me with that Village of the Damned crap. A lot of dogs.
So, John, I am sorry, but I am just about hitting my limit for sleepiness.
It was the cocktail that did it, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, and also the
mountains of
40
Chinese food.
pounds of amazing food we had.
Yeah, that was an awful lot of food.
I'm eating leftovers from that right now.
It was so good.
There's some spicy crawfish and rice that I'll come join you and power through in a little bit too, sweetheart.
Cool deal.
But I'm gonna get going, John. You have fun on the rest of your stream.
I will. I think I'm just gonna kind of like truck around and do a bunch of these little notey side quests and, you know, repair my stuff every once.
Sounds good.
So at least tell me, Is there imminent danger of digital Neep Norps threatening my Christian Minecraft server?
No, not for a while.
See-
Like you'll have to get to Novigrad and do some stuff
Oh,
there.
okay, good,
for
good
that.
deal. See, like these guys, right? Like I've cleared out the area of monsters. The people feel safe to come home. Like there's Joe Bob over there walking around in his diaper. I felt bad because I accidentally then like, you guys have finally, you're able to come back home now that it's safe. It's not safe. There's a pyromaniac about.
I think if you're the one who liberated this place, the guards should not get angry at you when you loot it.
I mean, I don't think that they were even guards.
Well, yeah, but here there are guards.
Ooh,
and if
like,
you start
see-
looting stuff, they'll get pissed off.
Oh, yeah, like that. Okay, got it. Okay, I got it. No.
Yeah, run away.
Ooh. Get out of here, Jerry. I mean, there's still a hidden treasure? Jerry, you want to
No,
go, buddy?
That wasn't a hidden treasure. That was
They are persistent.
abandoned place. Right, but I'm gonna get going. You have fun.
All right, take it easy, Tom.
Yep, talk to you later.
Go ahead. Yeah, see, there was the hidden treasure. I do still have to kind of run past those. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Yeah. No, Jerry, run. Now's not the time to be brave, Jerry. Because I'm out of stamina. Hey. That was the food, sweetheart.
It is very good. I'm
Excellent.
occasionally putting myself on mute so, you know, you don't hear me chewing.
That's fair. Good quest.
Kind of funny how they, like, instead of doing peppers and onions, now they just do all peppers.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't hate it. Like, it's still really good. But,
Yeah, I do think it was better with the onions as well.
yeah,
But,
like onions.
it's
Onions
still
are
very-
champs, and like, as far as various, as far as various vegetables used in the flavoring of you know, like the whole. Like onions are a staple of cooking, no matter what culture you're at. So I do appreciate what they brought to the table, but it is a more intense pepper flavor. I think I have outrun. I think I've outrun them.
But it is less savory.
Yeah. Ghoulies. Ooh, more bandits. We're just murdering a ton of people this time. So how was your day at work? He said, asking her right as she undoubtedly took another bite.
It was fine. I had a lot of pain. I kept feeling like it was gonna rain, but it didn't.
Yeah, it does have that kind of like that feeling like the storm's just about to break, and we're all just sort of waiting for it to.
Yeah.
okay, if I wasn't, I mean, like, I'm sure that I would be in the same boat if I weren't, like, riding the slight high that a ton of Sichuan peppercorns gives you.
It does help.
Alright. I'm betting that the reason that I'm moving so slow is because I'm laden down. Yeah. That is a good enough time for us to, maybe drop some of our,
Bad idea.
whoop! Ooh! Worried about the fall damage there. Yeah, after this I should, run to a town right fast. First we're gonna...
What's kind of the weight limit on your bags?
Currently 130 with the kind of like saddle bag. I'm sitting at like 144. But like a lot of this stuff doesn't, like all the alchemical stuff that I'm picking up doesn't really have weight. All the, you know, all the junk I'm gonna be selling. That's why Jerry Two Swords is now doing a very slow roll.
Yeah.
You know? Walking's tough, man. I was watching fantastic articles by the gamer Sophie. And they pointed out something really kind of incredible. I haven't read, you know, we saw the Netflix series as my first kind of exposure to The Witcher since I missed out on playing on the games, you know, like when they were the new hotness. As I have said before, I was kind of pretending to be, or attempting to pretend like I was a productive member of society before having to reframe exactly what that meant and whether or not that was valuable. But something that they pointed out is that in the novels and short stories, you know, like a lot of people kind of view Geralt of Rivia as kind of like this, you know, this centrist, you know, good, bad, you know, greater evil, lesser evil, evil is still evil. I refuse to make a choice. But every time he does that, things go absolutely sideways. And it's
he refuses to make a choice?
Yeah, when he refuses to make a choice, then that's functionally, you know, I mean, let's go ahead and throw it in terms of, let's go ahead and throw it in terms of a current political struggle, right? Like, yeah, so Manchin's whole, like, well, if we're gonna defend democracy, then we should defend it bipartisanly. You absolute knob. You can't do that when one side is the one that's actively threatening democracy.
So it's like, are you saying if we're not protecting it in a bipartisan fashion, it's not worth protecting?
Precisely. And that's the deal, right? Like, not making a choice is making a choice. And so, like, Geralt's character arc is learning and realizing that you can't remain neutral if you have any concern for what is right and what is just.
Like, like Mike Duncan made a tweet, like, calling out...
He's been getting saucy.
Yeah, the GOP on something. And, somebody was like, man, aren't you being partisan? And somebody was else, you know, kind of called that person out. But it's like, Abbott was posting stuff about Republican victory in McAllen, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the importance of Texas remaining a red state and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, he has shown himself to have no desire whatsoever to work with Democrats, and specifically Democratic mayors in Texas, in his big cities, and in his big
bipartisanship is an
tax
illusion.
right. So it's like, if like, why would we accept a critique of bipartisanship from people who absolutely refuse to be bipartisan and who view bipartisanship as, who basically view it as cowardice and corruption?
Well, because historically, the Democrats have proven that that it works if you just ignore them. They'll bend over backwards to, you know, make enough concessions in hopes that that maybe the GOP will come back and play ball.
Yeah, just
Oh yeah, no, it's infuriating. Yeah, big time not a fan, but you know.
It's like, I can either do this with you or without you, you know.
And if I can,
great.
right. The problem is that the Democrats' response is like, we can do this with you or without you, but we won't do it without you. And if you don't play, we can't do it. We seem to have worked ourselves into a bit of a quandary here, haven't we? Yes, morons, you sure did. You said the quiet part out loud.
There's a reason why the nickname "Do Nothing Democrats" sticks.
Yeah. I mean, I could take on you. Hello. Oh, merchant.
Moving really slow.
Hello, merchant.
Funny.
Hello, merchant.
Pot of cider for you? Or a bit of dry curd?
No,
it's not exactly
show me what you've got. I'm here to see if you've got money again. You got 160.
It's kind of funny having to deal with a game mechanic where you have to worry about whether or not the merchant has enough money.
Yeah, it's a little wacky, but I also get a little bit like I can sell him that, but no, I'm gonna sell him all this. All this. Other junk that I'm, because I know that the blacksmiths tend to have more money, so I can sell my better stuff to them. Basically, I want to sell this guy as much weight as I can. Versus.
That's fair.
I can't sell those yet. Can't sell. What? There you go, pal.
Farewell.
And at least now I should be able to sprint and hoof. Pepper. Now I should be able to blacksmith, repair my stuff.
shut your trap if you want this to be done soon. The
Ooh, this
man
looks like
needs
something
to
I.
concentrate.
This looks like something I gotta get involved in.
Your sons all. I said shut it.
Like you do.
I could
What are
do.
you looking at? Be next for a thrashing.
What's going on here?
Sir, my daughter, help us. My men need some diversion from time to time.
About to get jumped.
Jumpy elsewise.
Whoop.
I can't let this happen. I won't.
Figured it might end this way. Get him.
Ooh. Big man with a big hammer, huh? Cool. Yep. I'd like to repair my swords before doing this, but I'll, that's the way you want it. Good thing I just sold a bunch of stuff. Pick up a bunch more stuff. Are you okay? Well,
Just sent Grandad out for some dry brushwood.
what's on your mind? You want to check on your dog?
Bit of bloody privacy to be
I mean, maybe not just be useless.
There we go. Last one.
Sir, aren't you?
What?
Hide, good folk, hide!
Well, have a good night. Yep.
Cop in a field.
Okay, so back the way we were.
Was
Give me the coin.
yeah.
Tails, we clean the shit out of the stable.
You know, a quick little, I would say necessary diversion.
For sure.
The important thing was that the right people got lit on fire. As Lou said earlier, fire is a good answer.
Fire is a great purifier.
That it is.
Oi lads, fancy an outing to find that she-beast?
Fergus, my dude.
May I assist you?
Fergus, I want some
Wouldn't mind a
repairs,
look at this
bruh.
dog.
Repair. Yipped. Yeah, I do. And now we other stuff. Minus 15 armor. Minus. That's I should have had Tom look at that. Hang on a post. Till the next time. We'll make a note. Hey Tom, look at these. It's this guy. Order map. Cool.
So, Returning back to a previous
Wouldn't
topic of
mind a look at your
conversation.
stuff.
Yeah.
How would you describe my accent?
You know, I don't tend to think about it too much, weirdly enough, because
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, obviously I don't.
yeah, I mean, like,
Of course, I don't think about your accent either.
well, but like my accent is for years when I was
Now you.
when I had aspirations of being an actor, I taught myself to mostly speak in standard American. So like I really.
The crazy thing to me is that this guy is not the first one who's commented on it.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't happen often, but it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I doesn't sound strange to me. Granted, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what a. You said you were from Chicago?
He said some of my words sounded kind of like from Chicago.
I couldn't really say.
He said Chicago and Wisconsin. And I was like, huh. He asked where my parents were from, and I did say my mom was from Illinois,
Maybe that's why.
but I really doubt. Because mom's kind of more from, like, the St. Louis area.
Uh-huh.
See ya.
What's Illinois?
No, I mean St. Louis, Missouri. But she's from across the river in Illinois. Like, but in Illinois, like, the part of Illinois she's from is closer to St. Louis than it is Chicago. If that makes sense.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Ah, Witcher.
But people are, like, frequently surprised that I'm from Texas.
Baron's
Yeah, I mean,
not
like, you
here.
don't have
Right
a,
up to find
you know,
healer.
don't have like a
For the
drawl
wine,
or.
naturally.
I know.
I think that like as I've relaxed,
Gates.
What do you mean?
I too have
Baron
started
left
to let
Lynn
myself
tomorrow.
slip into a
Told the
drawl,
boys to set things right,
but I'm not
put 'em
like
in
full
order.
cowboy unless I really want to be.
I think
They're
I slip
murdering
into a
and
drawl
pillaging.
occasionally.
That is the new order. And I don't give a flying fuck if you
I
like
probably
it
did
or
more when
not.
I was working on the ranch.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun every once in a while to, you know, just occasionally go a little bit yeehaw. Sometimes you just want to be a little cowboy, just you know, for fun, like a treat.
Well, it's like also, if you're from San Antonio, that's like a different thing than Dallas or
Yeah,
small town Texas.
yeah. Ours is like that semi Spanglish, lazy regional.
Yeah.
We simply
and then
can't. We simply
sound
can't be
less-
bothered.
And it's less Spanglish than if we were actually Hispanic or grew up like on the south side.
Yeah.
But I figure probably part of it is talking to a lot of people from a lot of different places.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, granted, like, by this point, we have been inside for so long that, like, I don't tend to have much thoughts on other people's voices because I don't hear them. Like, everything is filtered through, oh yeah, the internet. I'm hearing a voice from a long way away, you know, like had
say you were this?
I mean, occasionally in my conversations with Canada, I've had to be like, wait a minute, did you say a boot? Oh, that's right, Canada.
Yeah.
You know, but like even localized time has been kind of
What's that you're muttering?
even
think,
like
San
temporal
Antonio
distance doesn't matter.
Yeah, and like San Antonio itself, like it's military city USA.
Yeah.
You get people from all over.
Yeah. And if you don't talk to them, you don't notice their accents either.
Got their asses whipped like you know big lad.
You surprised? I tried to dance with a witcher.
Where'd he come from anyway?
Well, how should I know? You so curious? Ask him yourself. Yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys
I mean,
are talking
you
about
talk
me.
to
You're pale as oaty shite.
All right, let's check our map. See where we
I'm
go
like
next.
about 30 seconds behind you, I think.
Yeah, that's probably.
Pale as Odie shite.
Yep.
Nice.
Got some. We got classy land. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Oh, now I'm feeling the itis. Even have a cocktail.
Is that why Tom bowed out?
I mean, like he got home like there was a pretty staggering.
Fair.
It was just wonderful to see, and really really heartening to see all of them fully vaccinated.
Good deal.
As much as the folks at the grocery store occasionally send me into.
The people at the grocery store make you want bombs.
Yeah, you know, like as much as they make me go like, not a whole lot of hope. To see that many people be like, nope, I'm coming out to eat because I have put in the work and gotten the shot and listened to the science and took all the time. And this is my reward.
Nice.
So, and the faith in humanity gently restored a little bit, but not fully there.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
There, two swords, walks away, zones out, comes back with a grenade. Let's see. I think then I too may elect to go into a food haze. Out for the
Nice.
But yeah, you know, lots of good conversation. Had a chat about the importance of Kropotkin and Batman and what in both of them. And if you're not, if you're like, oh no, I'm one of those people that like you start talking to me about Batman and I start out and it's, what do I have to tell you to get you interested in Batman? And then I'll take those same things and apply it to Kropotkin. But yeah, good a good time had by all, I believe.
I read an interesting post. That was like, let's see. You know, basically like you wouldn't recognize, like you would, if someone claimed like Kylie Jenner was Batman, you would think they were being stupid. Like
Right.
it's kind of the same way as like Bruce Wayne being Batman.
Yeah, like Bruce Wayne has, or Batman has made a very specific goal of being as stupid as Bruce Wayne. You know, so that nobody would be like, Bruce Wayne? That dork? Nah, man. He's just an out-of-touch rich guy. Wait, he could be the Cape Crusader.
Said it's easy to mock the concept of Batman's secret identity and think it's ridiculous that nobody would recognize that he's Bruce Wayne. But if some lady suddenly showed up late at night dressed in full military-grade Kevlar and started fighting crime in Los Angeles, I wouldn't look at that and think, ah, it's Kylie Jenner.
Right.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
They were like, they said the same logic applies to Clark Kent, to be honest. I wouldn't see Superman, the crazy, powerful alien, zooming past me and think, I think he's secretly an award-winning journalist.
Well, and
It's
that
a
was...
bird, it's a plane, it's Anderson Cooper.
Right. I mean, like, I think Anderson Cooper is a
Bastard.
yeah, like he's the only one with the money to buy the suit. I mean, like, he's not the only one. Even in the DC, like, it could be another multi-millionaire, like Oliver Queen could do it. But Oliver Queen's too busy being the Green Arrow, so, you know, figure. He's the only guy, I'd say, rich enough in Gotham to do it. But even then, like, Goose, run away. But even then, that too is like a little shaky. You know, like, Gotham has a lot of money going through it. Most of it's just mafia money.
Yeah, money laundering.
Right? You know, so like, but yeah, out of everybody specific to Gotham, he'd be my first choice.
John, can you fight that goose?
I don't know, and I'm scared to.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
I really kind of want you to try.
Oh, you wanna see me hurt is what you want.
I do.
Need to take my life in my...
Oh, what the heck is up with this guy's look?
He's got glasses.
And a bag on his head.
I mean, he's not like I wouldn't call him a fashion icon.
The thing I liked with the end result, or like the last comment on the deal was people don't even recognize Tony Hawk with a skateboard.
See, and that's like if you saw Bruce Wayne like walking down the street, I saw a thing where like the paparazzi were following Michael Keaton around, and one of them asked him a question about crypto coin, and he like stopped and was like, you know, one of my buddies was talking about that the other day, and one of them said like, oh man, you got to get into the other one was like, no, it seems really volatile, and like he just had like a chat with the guys, and then was like, well, thanks for asking me about crypto coin. You know, I have an opinion. It's not the most well informed, but hey, there it is. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, David, it's Amanda.
Yeah. This one of the coworkers?
Yeah.
Hello, Home Depotites.
This is young David.
Nice. Young David and old David and young old David.
I don't think we have a young old David.
No, I think I made that last one up.
Yeah. I scared David earlier because I sent him a meme with his name on it.
Crazy.
It I can find it.
Farewell.
So we called my brother David. It's his middle name. So like we're constantly on the lookout for Dave or David related things.
We can't lose hope.
Just so that I can taunt him. But
So
hey, like thanks for subscribing, young Dave. Welcome aboard.
I sent David a thing that said, "Hi David, I wanted to reach out to you following this morning's class. I really appreciate your contributions to our discussion, but felt that I should follow up with you. I noticed that during class you appeared to consume an entire chocolate cake. Normally I would never be one to police my students' eating habits, but I reviewed the class recording and you finished the whole thing in 43 seconds. I'm pretty sure I watched you unhinge your jaw like some kind of snake. Is everything going okay at home? Is your jaw okay? Please let me know if I can be of any support." And since David's taking an 8 a.m. Zoom class, I thought, you know.
I mean, teacher of the year right there for showing that level of concern. So I went to high school with a dude named Paul who had like a righteous afro, right? And Paul, whenever he got word that there was a dragony thing, whenever he got word that there was like a substitute teacher, would pick out his fro to its full glorious extent, go buy a bottle of soda and a bag of Doritos and hide it in his hair. So that he could, like a magician, just pull snacks in the middle of class. Which the ordinary teachers forbade him from doing after the first time. But substitute teachers were completely unprepared. Yeah, Paul's...
None of them left the substitutes a note.
No, I mean, like most of the time when you see a kid do that, and Paul had like this... He had this very wry humor about him. So he just mostly reveled in the substitute's confusion. And he had the timing down perfectly. So he would do it just before class went out. And before, you could say anything, the bell would ring and he'd be like, "Oh, time to pack up my hair snacks, put them back in my hair, and, just walk out like nothing happened." Just resulting in, a stunned substitute.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a fun character.
You seem to have a lot of funny characters at your high school.
I mean, public school, so we took all kinds. I mean, a couple of them are in this chat, I think. Like Rob and I could tell you some stories.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the next time we either make it up there or he makes it down here, we will have to. We'll put together a Type 5 and regale you with stories from our misspent public schooled youth.
Was it really misspent though?
I mean, it got me here.
Yeah.
But I imagine that if I had been raised by a pack of feral hogs, I would have eventually made it here. I just probably wouldn't be so erudite. If I was raised by a parliament of crows, then I would just speak in cause, but I'm sure I'd still be here. We like to take a, I like to take a Zen outlook on it, no matter where you are. What up, guy? Right, notice board.
I did tell a couple of coworkers, not David, about my humiliation from last night.
Oh yeah. Oh, just one. Oh, just one turn. Afraid. I won't.
Mashing up two different sentences into one.
Yeah. I won't make it here because it's a Christian Minecraft server.
Yeah.
We have standards.
Greetings.
Show me what
I mean,
you got.
Look at your stock.
I think your mother did subscribe.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, you are.
That's not true. Put up with me this long.
Yeah. She is your friend on Facebook.
I was already in some form.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my junk. You know what I mean?
Not sure I do. Isn't that attached?
Not according to King Missile.
I'm confused.
That's okay. That's the point of... Well, I mean, if we're being honest, that's the point of King. Okay. Bada boom. I needed for... For that, white goal that Tom was telling. There's a particular... a thing...
What are you looking at?
What do they
Looks like
call you?
rain.
Know how to fight?
Geralt. And yes.
Surprised you haven't changed
Then
Geralt's
enter the
hair yet.
lists, my
I
friend.
mean, it's growing back out.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can't change it till it grows back out, huh? Like it actually works like physics or something? Like it's not like a...
Yeah, it's like a time
type
thing.
Oh.
I'm ready. Let's fight.
Good folk. Fish gulpers finally found a foe. Right here, right now.
You know what they say
on
about the hammer.
Field of honor, he'll face none other than Geralt
That's your dick.
of Rivia, the
I mean... I mean, technically they call me the Butcher of Blaviken, but I don't really enjoy it.
Spare me a minute before the fight, master. Please.
We can talk.
Cut of your mugs plain as day. What am I beside ye? I just want to live. These days,
Fish
streams are bereft. No fish for me to gulp. And they's given
Just
a
keep
sack
in mind,
of
I'm like
flour
30
to the
seconds
winner.
behind you on the stream.
I get you.
Show some pity. Take a fall for me.
So 30
This
seconds
Gulper
behind.
just kind of looks sad.
Yeah, so like, should I pity him and lose my 70 monies, or I mean, is this like, hey man, you signed up for the job of getting punched in the face for money? Take a fall or
You know-
no?
You know better than I do.
Carry two swords, man of words.
Not about to lose on purpose. If you want to win, you gotta beat me.
You know, give him a good show, I think. jab, jab. Body blow. Punch by, punch by. I gotta make a name for myself. Ooh. We're not gonna Merryweather and Paul this fight.
I did actually manage to have a conversation with a couple coworkers about that today.
Not bad.
I mean, it was a show.
Your luck against Jonah. And then
Yeah, like they,
the smithy at the inn at the
one of them was saying, he was like, yeah, I wasn't gonna pay for it, but I did stream it. And another one was like, yeah, Logan Paul can't punch for shit. And
nobody expected
they
him
were
to.
Like, and then like they were
What
like,
was that
yeah,
about?
Mayweather went easy on him.
become of me
And I was like, yeah, my
husband.
husband said he would
roof
pay
over
to
me
see
head by
Logan
a
Paul
common churl.
lose a few teeth.
I was born
I mean, it would have been
Logan's
satisfying.
daughter.
Yeah.
My brother and I, we managed the manor for years.
What
Me
happened
too.
to him?
I'm
A
classes.
caller came one day, a drifter, a hunter.
You are indeed.
It wasn't long before we fell in love and wed.
The trick is to always root for the little guy.
Manor. My brother, he took offence, refused to bid me farewell. Years on I returned, but found no sign of him. Folk claimed monsters had infested our home, come to nest there.
I can kill him.
Take care of those monsters for you.
You're a witcher, right?
What tipped you
No
off?
ordinary man would be so eager. Don't
Kitty
fret.
cat eyes.
It's all the same to me, provided you're honest.
I'm
The
very
house
clearly a man of
is
my
east
word.
of here. Take this key. Once you've driven off the beasts, look for a chest. My treasure, savings really. They're yours.
What'll that leave you with?
A roof over
dope
my head
house.
is all I need. And if it comes to it, I've other heirlooms to sell. But I know you witchers don't work for free. I could never let you go without honest pay. Gods keep you.
Okay, as far as Bearden family man. As far as nobles go, I guess. At least she's honest. Like a good enough. Yeah, so from what I can tell, Dave, the games are a continuation of oh, bear. The games are a continuation of the book. So there's like 5 novels and a series of short stories that were published in magazines in Poland, like over the last 30 some odd years. The actual like books weren't translated until after CD Projekt Red the books weren't translated into English until after an exploding barrel. Yep, there was. Eat some food, Jerry. Stop surfing, Jerry. Jerry! Take a little bit of a breather.
Your newest boss. What are you gonna call this boss, John?
My own sense of self-preservation. I don't. I was like, I mean, like, I'm not certain that it was an explodey barrel, but I had my suspicions, and then it blew up and proved me right. So
I guess at least it wasn't as embarrassing as the ladder bust.
no, and like early on in the stream, I did take a bit of a tumble, and whoops. Hey, give me that honey. Give me the honey.
I've killed people for honey.
I've killed people for honey. Accidentally.
I blew them up. Accidentally.
But yeah, like it was the popularity of the Witcher games that actually led to the deals to get the books translated into English. So, like, fantasy novel fans that were like read the books and are like, "Oh man, I really love the Witcher series." Well, congratulations, you got that because of a video game. Could be 15. But yeah, I haven't read them either. I saw the Netflix show and was like, "Huh, interesting." I am somewhat confused by the shifting timeline. Those are apparently like a highly simplified version of the books, or at least like of the early books. The games take place after the books and then like append onto it. So in theory, this is all like the continuing adventures of, as we call him on this stream, Jerry Two Swords, freelance roaming counselor, helping people with their problems, usually by application of violence.
You say freelance roaming counselor?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanna make
I mean, most of the time, right? Like half of the ghoulies that I fight are, you know, like, oh, this woman was horribly abused, and now her spirit is lingering, and I'm like, well, have you guys tried talking? Maybe we should open up some lines of communication. Get the communication going. Really, you got to draw strong boundaries haunting stuff, and that's really where we go. But I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I need to use the restroom real fast. This time I'll actually try and mute myself. So we'll be back in just a little bit. And we are back. I'm gonna upgrade. This is a little bit. carry even more junk. What will I do with all of this junk within my truck?
Get that money.
Money! Cool.
Mentioned.
And let's opportunity. Let us say. Alright, kill the monsters in the manor, y'all.
A tripwire. Never known a monster to set a trap. Someone's here.
Oh. Thanks for giving me the chance to disarm that.
Booby trap. Whoever set it knew what they were doing. Traps everywhere. Gotta be careful. Whoever set this knew what they were doing.
I did buy on Tom's urging. I did buy the skill that allows me to like eat a piece of food and let that continually heal me. So now that we know that there are traps out, take a little.
One less to worry about.
Go a little.
Movement. Ought to keep my ears open. Rustling. Over there. Look like twins. Old woman's brother. Must be.
Second episode of Mid.
Oh God. Well, it said fall of the House of Reardon, so figure fall of the House of Usher, which was a brother sister
Rustling's coming
thing.
from the barn.
Did you ever see that movie? I'm sure you
What,
did.
the Fall of the House of Usher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in stage performance.
Oh, awesome. Who'd you play?
It wasn't a particularly big.
One less to worry
Big
about. One less to worry about.
May or may not be surprising to you, but it was one of my dad's favorites. Not like a huge favorite, so I didn't see it a whole bunch, but.
Right.
One less to worry about.
I mean,
still a few times.
it was not, shall we say,
Tripwire.
a big part.
Gotcha.
Something's not right.
That was one of those like they had me work in tech and they needed a body on stage.
Gotcha.
Problem solved. A tripwire.
Yes, Carol.
Problem solved.
Powder. Crossbow. Guns.
One less to worry about.
I just. Granted, that was probably. Yeah, I'm sure. I can take. I ate some raw meat.
One less to worry about.
That means I'll be absolutely fine for like the next
This
minutes.
sort of attic. Gotta get up there somehow.
This Fall of the House of Usher was Poe, wasn't
I want to say it was.
it? Hmm. Guy that had
Might
Oh,
be just
yeah.
long enough to reach that
Didn't
upper
he marry
level.
his first cousin who
Sure
was like
did.
15?
Sure did.
Let's see what's up there.
Okay, guys. Ladder boss, we can do this. We're not afraid. We are not afraid.
Your reflexes have slowed. Hope you're not hurt. Those were my traps.
Yeah, it was written by Poe.
Yeah, didn't expect to see you either.
Oh, okay.
You one of them?
This dude was the villain of The Witcher 2. He's another Witcher.
Mercenaries. To themselves, bounty hunters. To me,
Who is he?
ordinary sons
He's
of
a
bitches.
dude from, I want to say, like, the Bear School of Witchers?
job
Say,
from
like,
old
Letho
Supposed to get rid of the monsters
of something.
Did that already. Count on you remembering that when you collect your pay.
He killed a bunch of kings because he was... But, like, apparently he and Jerry Two Swords, it was revealed at the end of the second game, he and Jerry Two Swords fought, like, side by side before Gerald lost his memories in the events of the first.
Now I understand all the traps.
Gotten real careful.
For good reason.
Dudes.
Don't look a bit like lost travelers.
They're not. Means Lewis sold me out.
Lewis?
Old friend, kinda. Did a few jobs together once a while past. Lewis recommended this place to me.
Oh, jeez. Apparently Poe married his cousin, who was age 13.
Oh.
It's even worse.
Classy fella.
He was 26, she was 13.
You've
So
grown careless. Let yourself be drawn into a trap.
Nah. Only traps here are the ones I set.
Yeah,
Gotta get
I
rid of
disarmed
Coming?
all of those, buddy. Yeah.
Lead the way. We got a plan of attack?
Yeah.
Sure, bro.
Improvise.
We'll flail your skin off.
Out of the way, horses. I got no problem with you. Not like my girlfriend. Stab. Aim to fight a Witcher and you're not even wearing a shirt. Like,
Goddamn fools.
Shoddily armed for assassins.
They're just scats.
like
Came to
those
see if Lewis was
shirtless
telling the
blacksmiths.
yeah,
It's like,
like, bad
I
idea,
don't
man.
get it.
That's a good way to burn off a Neep
Power
Norp.
probably knows where.
Right.
He was the only one knew I'd be here. Must have told them. Think me
What
and
is
him
with
are
you in this
due
whole
for a little
Neep Norp
chat.
thing?
Well, you know, just in case I
Since it's a Christian Minecraft server.
yeah, and in case they monetize me, you know, in the future, if someone goes back through my old back catalog, they don't want to hear me being like, "I'm going to way to burn off a nipple." You know, like Neep
It's one
Norps
of
is
those
funny.
places it's hard to find if you don't know where to look.
It was funny when I rewatched like the
Miss
actual
Lewis.
stream
Somehow
of
doubt he's one of your
when you
best
first
friends.
saw
Stick
Kira.
close
Like
to
you
the
totally
Geralt.
weren't paying attention and completely missed
Oh yeah.
for like a good several seconds.
Well, and like I
And
didn't
then you
have have like anything like
You know how it is in this
I didn't have anything set up to be like, you know, whoop, I need to
How'd you meet?
ooh.
Fault has kissed this world goodbye. Lewis was a wanted man in Antrim. Hefty bounty on his head and normal contracts were hard to come by. So I decided to catch the bastard and make some coin. Stick closer, Geralt.
He's up, pal.
Tracking him down proved easier than killing a drowner.
Have you and Tom
He
talked
was,
any more about what sort of
merrymaking
games
at
that
the
we'd like to play?
golden-hanged man.
No,
Smacked
we've
him
not.
with a
Yeah.
hang.
Do that next time.
Tied him up, but the guard post didn't open till dawn. So we had a few
Unfortunately, it
hours.
doesn't look like
Started
the
talking
Chop
plenty
Chop game
time.
is available on
Chap
Steam.
was so nice that once dawn came, I let him go.
And that's why you trusted him?
I'm sure there are others.
Felt he owed you
Yeah,
one.
I mean,
I was
we'll find a way.
Stupidity can cost you, but betrayal costs even more.
Like I think since I didn't play The Witcher 2, of course, I think this guy and I left on kind of like, yeah, Yeah, like shaky, sort of like, you know, like bro head nod respect terms. Like maybe you don't like him?
No, it's like I don't like you, but
Yeah, like
maybe respect you. Maybe.
well, and like according to Letho, in earlier games, like after you beat him, he was like, man, you know, like that's the Jerry Two Swords I remember from, you know, from when we were on the same side. And you're like, wait, what? I don't remember any of that. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense. You traded your memory so you could free your thick goth girlfriend from like fairyland. And then like, you know, like we kind of helped you get there. You know, you helped us. We scratched your back. We were cool then. I understand if we're not cool now. And you kind of were like, you know, and just stop killing the kings, dude. You're jacking my steez, you know, like you're making things really, really tricky for me, and I don't like it.
You're saying the kings did not need killing.
Right. I mean, some of them may have, but some of them were also paying me to do so. Let me get paid.
Letho. Greetings. Good to see you.
Oh yeah,
Alive and well.
This guy's not trustworthy at all.
Oh, yeah?
Of course. We're old mates, ain't we? Who's your friend?
Call me the narc.
Who knows you're a fink?
Whoa, let's be civil now. Remember, you're on my turf.
Arnold Vestor's men showed up at the manor. You were the only one knew I was there.
They'll be nipping at your heels for a while. Said so yourself. Perhaps they finally call
Neep
with.
Norping at his heels.
With your help.
You've not been here 5 minutes, and already you've offended me twice.
Dude's got a
No
punchable.
insult worthy of scum like you.
Careful, men! They're witches! Witches don't attack humans!
Make an exception for you.
Witchers don't attack humans. I have killed so many bandits.
Lie still or you'll bleed to death.
Hey, guess what?
Tell me where Vestor's men
I
are.
got disconnected.
I'll give you something
Oh,
to staunch the bleeding.
You missed another Neep Norp.
Oh yeah, what was the Neep Norp joke?
Guy said they've been nipping at your heels for a while, and I was like, Neep Norping at your heels.
I'm curious. How much does the life of an old
You're
maid get
like,
you these
how
days?
did you luck out?
Thanks.
With
know,
you?
not to
I do not
scratch my
know.
own yeah, like I apparently find all this shit funny.
I do not know. I constantly thank God
Offered half of the bounty on
That
your
I-
head, and a letter
that
of
I amuse
from the
you.
Emperor. You got to understand.
You know,
Say no to
I'm going off a boundless charm here, really.
I understand.
My
It's
men
what I
have said-
bring to the table.
Gotta understand.
Well, it's like
Louise.
even when you're
You don't
not like
betray
even
men
like
me.
even when it's not really
to
like
see
charming,
Vesta.
I still
Going
find
with
it
you.
endearing. I guess,
Yay.
which is a form of charming.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Damn you!
I mean, I'll take it.
I mean, you were my type, the class clown.
Horses!
I mean, weirdly enough, like I was like in high school, I was like the good kid. I mean,
Really?
I was clever, but I was still like the good kid, you know. I was a
Just outside
quiet.
school, you were a clown.
I mean,
Oh, no,
Because you
Vesta.
told me some of those
guardian name.
shenanigans.
From
yeah,
Mexico,
but I mean, like I've always been a bit of a smart ass.
South to the Dragon Mountains.
We met in, I had just moved back to San Antonio, was it what, 2005? 2004, late 2000, yeah, 2005.
Good name for a
You,
clown.
I think,
Once
moved
he's
back
done in, show word
beginning of
laughing. Preferred
2006,
method,
maybe late
rip the
2005.
teeth out one by one, then
And
cut the mouth open, ear
you
to
and I
ear.
met
It's how they
August
punish
of
deadbeat
2006.
debtors in the Nilf
August
Guardian
2006.
underworld.
Quite the career.
We met at a movie theater.
Scum does usually float to the
ready to see the masterpiece of American cinema that was Snakes on a Plane. A mutual friend of ours had invited me to the show,
Keep your eyes
and
open.
I
Think they're really here?
Don't know, but like I said,
having thought, well, surely it's just going to be the friend and I seeing a stupid movie like Snakes on a Plane. There's certainly no reason for me to, you know, like, try to impress this person who I was not,
Gotta be worth more than the entire
you know,
village.
like this was like an old friend. So there was like no romantic tension betwixt us. So I was like, I mean, like, it's not like I need to dress up or anything. I was wearing a turtleneck, sweatpants, and sandals with socks, and my hair was wild.
got company.
I doubt that it was love at first sight because I looked like a moron.
Tell them to grab whatever's valuable, take you and flee.
But again,
Got it.
I'm charming.
Good. Give this to your mother. Now run.
Say hi to your mother for me.
What was that?
Compensation.
No, it took a little while.
Don't interfere. No matter what happens.
I had been told by said friend, like, oh man, if you ever met my friend Amanda, y'all would get along like a house on fire. It's a shame that she has a boyfriend. Unbeknownst to me, he was in the process of breaking up with that boyfriend while that was being spoken. So,
What in blazes? A bolt of lightning
so
or
it all worked out eventually.
Shut up, all of you!
Yeah, I would say it was like intrigue at first sight.
I
I
mean,
was kind of like, look at this nerd.
if you can't be impressive, be intriguing.
Letho of Gullet. Good to see you. Alive
But I
and
knew
well.
from
Funny. Second time
the
today I've
description
heard
of
that
him
lie.
that he and I were
It
going to
is
hit
no
it off,
lie. You will certainly fetch a higher
and that
bounty
there would
alive.
probably
Really? How much?
be
Enough to
chemistry.
buy me an
but
estate in Kovir, where
at
I
that
will
point in
lie
time,
about
I
eating fruit
had a
till the end of my
boyfriend.
days.
Not bad.
and then the boyfriend and I
Not
were
every
good.
man gets to know the price on his hand.
And I was there to
men
take
would prefer
advantage
not
of
to
that
have one.
opportunity.
But why have you come?
And we started
To make
dating
my
2 months
life
later.
easier?
We were passing by. Decided it was time to finally meet the famous Arno Vester in person.
I am flattered. Shame we'll not get to know one another better.
Why? Going somewhere?
No, simply because I will kill you in a moment.
What is
Wanna
with
kill
all
me,
these
but
guys
you
who look
don't
like they're in
even know me.
diapers? Like, what the hell?
Not nice.
I mean, it must be the
Think I have
fashion.
to punish you for
I
that.
guess so.
But I won't kill you. I'll just cut off your hands. Cut off all your hands, one man after the other. Till the end of your days, those stumps will remind you of the mistake you made.
Bloody hell. You fucking dimwit. I hadn't
Now, what
time
I
to
want to know
exchange
is
2
how
words
old
with the man.
David was in
He
2006.
provoked me!
Oh, there's a scarred kid.
We have no quarrel with you, but one false move and
And what?
you will end like him. What say you to that?
Well,
What do I say? Simple. You're as good as dead.
we working class witchers. We got to stick together. Solidarity. Ooh. Aha. Ooh, my knees. My sweet precious knees.
White.
You good, bro?
Zanguibarian venom.
Nah, he did.
Something's fishy.
2006, I was 5.
Just add to your sense of Mortality
I'm a drink to my impending death. I'm a relic. A quarter of a century away. Oh. Hey, Letho's still up and kicking.
Yeah, David, I was like
You're
your
still
age
here.
when I met John.
They'd have cut your head off if I hadn't been here.
He was a few years
So
older
you
than
proved
me.
useful after all.
Could have told me.
No fun in that.
Dude, I'm creeping up on 40, so.
You all right? You're conscious, but the Zanguibarian venom could still kill you.
Yep.
Got the antidote?
Yep. We are
Settle down.
old.
Take it in a minute. Couple of days I'll be like new.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You embrace it. Come to the realization. There's a certain level of, like, a philosophical nihilism about the passage of time that you, I think that we millennials, and I'm like, I've gone on this about this before. I first heard the term millennial when I was graduating high school. I think, Dave, I think folks your age are Zoomers now. That doesn't matter. It's, all of us are broke. The boomers got all the wealth.
What about Lewis? Was he part of
Yeah,
this
no,
plan?
like, so,
Nah, minor
age.
complication.
It's a thing. You get used to it.
It did get me thinking, but I had to risk it. If you hadn't
It's fun though. In my old age, I
cut
care a lot
his
less about things like
gullet is dead.
makes life a whole lot easier.
Would have spread across the continent in days.
Wouldn't have done it if you'd let me in on your plan.
Told you
It
not
does
to get
indeed.
involved. Well, my plan's in shambles.
Oh, sorry,
I
bro.
should really disappear.
Care more in.
You could wait things out at Kaer Morhen.
Where I'm
Your
sending all my
friends
buddies.
From the school of the wolf. No thanks. Could end badly.
Tell them I sent you. They'll understand, give you space.
Kaer Morhen, you say? Why not?
Yeah.
Got some loose
Apparently,
ends to tie up.
there's a point that Tom was telling me about that, like, later on in this game, if you
Help
you send
somehow? Need anything?
like buddies along the way to Kaer Morhen, then they come to your aid later. So
see you at Kaer Morhen.
Yeah, it's like you're
See
gathering
you,
your own
Wolf.
army, right?
yeah. So far I've got Kiara and Letho, so it's shaping up to be a pretty decent army,
Yeah.
if I say so myself. Like, I definitely want that dude on my side. We do not want him as an opponent.
For sure.
He kind of slaps a little. Well, last. Turn to Dolores.
Ice encased his armor, like winter on a
Sent my young'uns to pick mushrooms yesterday. To the woods? Alone? You know how it is.
Hey, lady. Young kid.
More food for the rest now.
Cats are grooming each other, John.
Oh, cute boy.
You've returned.
Waiting for
What's
them to
become of
start
my
fighting,
home?
because it usually happens.
Naturally.
It's safe now.
I thank you. This means so much. And perchance did you find my chest? With my treasures?
No. Could be
They're
someone
fighting.
stole it.
It didn't take long.
So many years have passed. But go back and search carefully. I've naught else to offer you.
I'll do that. Time I was on my way.
Gods guide you.
Her hair, like, matches her clothing.
Hoi. Quests. back. Go back and search. I forgot where that place was. So I think that that is where I am going to end the stream for the night. I'm going to visit that shopkeeper. Sell some of my stuff. And my chest is full of treasures. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by, Dave.
Thanks for joining us.
What?
And I talked to
anything
Liz.
interesting?
Supposedly Anthony's still technically employed, but tells me not for long. I don't know what's happening there. And what does Rob mean by his chest is full of treasures?
I mean, that's just what he says. His chest is full of treasures. I don't...
Is that like synonymous with his heart being full of love?
Sure.
That would be the nice answer.
I mean, I think he's just talking about his sweet, sweet baps.
I don't know what that means.
I love you.
I love you too.
There's another sword that I'll have to get Tom to weigh in. See if this dude will buy my best.
Yeah, David. I did confirm. John's gone.
Not me, another John.
Yeah,
I'm still here. Out.
this is true. Ah. Rob was referring to the old woman asking about her chest full of treasures.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Leave that dude with 5. All right. All right. Well, all right. So we are going to
Farewell.
we are going to
Crawfish.
yeah, I'm gonna come eat that delicious crawfish. We're gonna go on and save our game like smart boys. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I do this every Monday. I play The Witcher. Usually I do it at 8 Central. Today was a little bit of a late start, but I may start dragging them out a little more because I'm having a lot of fun with this game and I want to get more of it done. Let's see. We do random streams throughout the week, so make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure to click the notification button to be alerted when new streams are going on. Saturday we do Chrono Trigger. And I think I'm gonna start a regular Friday thing where I play more and more Final Fantasy IX is the other game. If you've got requests for games, leave them in the comments once I upload this video, and hit me up and tell me what you want me to play. Once they go on sale, I'll get them. We got nothing else better to do with our time. Don't forget, it's usually free to be kind. and it does make a world of difference. And if Dark Souls 3 was on Steam, I would do it. I've heard nothing but good things. If I ever manage to get a PS5, that's one of the ones on the list. But that being said, guys, take care out there. Be good. Work with your communities, and don't forget, the main villain is always capitalism. Always. So, be good to people. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night.